What's up, everybody? This is Stephen Henderson, the CEO and founder of Homegrown Construction Co.
I'm Coy Walker, Director of Interior Design Operations.
And we handle exterior and interior operations for northern and central Indiana. Me and Coy met in June of last year, landed our first project out there in Newcastle with Judy Brown. Major shout out to Judy Brown.
That was a great one.
So it started with that. We met this couple that had a history with contractors that promised the world, didn't ever show up on time, kind of excuses after excuses, just charged outrageous. And after, I'd say, probably about a month or two of just working with them and getting an idea of what they wanted to do, we were able to, finally get everything packaged together. And Coy came in with our other foreman, Matt, and kind of took off from there and spread the word and got to know Coy a little bit better. And shortly after that, we decided to, go through things a little bit more. We had that Jonesboro job that we did. That was a lovely one.
It was a disaster.
Great, a great experience for everybody. But, we were able to make a huge impact on that job. And I think that really started to realize what we both could do together. And so Coy runs the interior operations from the phone call to the very end of the project. So Coy, if you want to kind of explain a little bit of your process, how you set that appointment with the customer, what you do when you're with them for the first appointment, going over everything, just kind of give the public a little idea of, what that process looks like.
Right. Well, it starts out, we do our free estimates. We'll come to the house and get measurements and check out everything that you got that you would like to have done. Mm-hmm. Like to build a relationship with our customers and stay close to them and return phone calls.
Yeah,
like Steven said, people always saying they're ghosted.
Yeah.
Ghosted.
Yeah.
They never returned our call. They never showed up. They never. So definitely trying to change that.
If I'm not mistaken, you will actually go shopping with customers too, to kind of help them with the overload of products to pick, what products will work, because in some situations, not every product is suit for everything that a customer's wanting to do, and so having you there with them.
And staying in a budget.
And staying within a budget too.
Yeah, some people like to pick more extravagant things than they should be. So, just got to keep things in line,
Yeah, yeah.
So everybody wins.
So that's probably one of the things that I love the most. And then we got to experience that with our upcoming customer that we're doing that kitchen remodel for, when we went to Lowe's with her and walked through everything and let her pick out some stuff and, told her what would work and what wouldn't work. Yep. And then when she, said, hey, I really like this stuff, but I don't want like laminate countertops. And that was super helpful for you to be able to, okay, now I'm going to go to my other vendors and really start to dial in this process of, finding everything that she wanted, which I think is a big deal because a lot of contractors, they're not going to go above and beyond like that.
Right.
Yes, time is money, and, we're off doing other things and stuff like that as well. But to have that one-on-one connection with the customer.
Always look for a better deal if possible.
Absolutely.
If there's time, there's no reason not to look for better prices, better deals.
Yep.
Always trying to find good people to work with.
Which if I'm not mistaken, I think that goes a long way for the homeowner too, that you're thinking about their money and trying to make it as affordable as you can for them, because in your mindset, by doing that,
everybody wins.
Everybody wins, exactly. So Coy has been a huge part to that, and every single customer, I think, has just absolutely loved working with you, to the point where I don't have to really talk too much anymore. The interior isn't my thing. I've been doing the exterior game for a long time, so it's been super cool to have somebody that cares about people the way that you do, cares about their budget most importantly, and if not the most important thing I would say, is you always return their phone call, constantly texting them, constantly emailing them. And the beauty of it is how quick you do it. You know, I thought I used to be fast at what I do, and man, you've kind of shown me up a couple times or two. I'm like, dang, I need to maybe step up my game.
Yeah, we both got to do better.
So with that being said, you know, that's the interior process. The exterior process is pretty similar, where a customer calls in, requests a free estimate, which all of our estimates are completely free. When we meet up with them, really want to get to know them first. I mean, at the end of the day, we in Homegrown and how we feel about Homegrown is being able to take care of people, being able to make sure that people don't feel like, you know, when they hand over that check or that card, they're handshaking like they're ruining their life savings. I mean, everything has a price tag to it, of course, but we really try to, you know, try to stay within people's budgets, but most importantly, get to know them. One of the biggest impacts that we always want to make is obviously our quality, but we want to get to know the people that are, you know, giving us this opportunity to basically make their dream home come true, right? I mean,
one small project at a time.
One small project at a time, absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, we do
great financing options too.
Yep. We have been able to open that door to allow people to not feel like they have to save thousands and thousands of dollars before they can finally get something done. You know, we have all different types of programs that really can help everybody in their unique situation, as we all have our situations. But we love designing with people. I think that's the biggest thing, because anybody that's in construction, one of the things that most people will care about is the before and after. Mm-hmm. You know, how many times have we got to the end of a project where we're like,
the details.
Yeah, the details. Like, I mean, I haven't been in the interior very much, but being able to work with Coy side by side with him and him teach me the things that he's been able to teach me, and be able to go in on that last day and really take a step back and say, wow, you remember what that looked like when we showed up for that first appointment, what it looks like now.
I can't wait for the kitchen.
Oh, that's gonna be bad. I'm so excited about that one.
Going to be some amazing before and afters.
To be able to also be in the community as well, I think that's a big deal. I mean, it's like a 5-minute drive versus these hour-plus drives that we do. So, as we had mentioned earlier, serving northern and central Indiana, we are on the road a lot.
Right.
A lot. And it's funny because I've always kind of been on the road growing up and traveling.
We are the crossroads of America.
We truly are. We truly are. I feel like, you know,
where roots are put down.
Goodyear should sponsor us. I mean, how many tires we're going to be going through.
And Carhartt.
Yeah. Shout out to Carhartt always. So, you know, again, back to, you know, what Homegrown means to us and what we try to, you know, put out there to the public, that we do believe in hospitality. We do believe in respect. And, you know, there is a southern hospitality just like there is a northern hospitality. But I feel like people talk more about that southern hospitality more. And I want to kind of try to, you know.
Integrity.
Yeah. Integrity is at the top of the core. I mean, in everything that we do. Yeah. You know, when people aren't looking, we're always going to do the right thing. Whether that costs us, whether that makes the job take longer, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. We'll never sacrifice integrity for anything. Just like one of our biggest deals is we do everything in our power not to do change orders, right?
Yeah.
You know, change orders are
nobody likes those. It's a dirty word.
No, can you imagine like having to surprise somebody like with a couple $1,000s more?
Yeah, they don't like that.
No, they don't like that. I don't like it either.
Actually, just saved ourselves from doing that by.
Yeah. Well, you know, I learned, you know, when I first got into this industry, you should never celebrate a change order. The only time really a change order should be mentioned is if you're doing such a great job that after, let's say you do the roof, customer's like, wow, I'm impressed. I want to get the gutters done. You know, that's a change order because you're, you know,
definitely acceptable.
But that's the kind of change orders you want to talk about.
Replacing the gutters because you messed them up. That's not
the change order that you want to talk about, right? So, you know, back to it, that that hospitality of taking care of people, being very, very respectful. But we also want to make sure that people feel absolutely comfortable. And I think we've been able to be blessed to have customers always talk about how funny we are together, how we make them laugh. You know, it's like after day one, they're like, oh, here's the code to your door, and you guys just come and go as you please. Right. And, you know,
we'll be around.
Have at it. Holler at us if you need anything. Yeah. So, making an impact.
Cookies are good.
Cookies and milk. Oh man.
Oh, those ones that the wall we built. Greentown or whatever. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. She made some good cookies.
Yeah, those were really good cookies. I'm not gonna lie, those were excellent. So yeah, I mean that's a little bit about Homegrown and why we started this. The biggest reason why we started this is again, just from the stories that we've heard throughout our appointments, right, Coy? That people don't show up.
Even my grandpa, he had a problem with drywallers. They showed up one day. It was 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. They were there for an hour or something, said they'd be back, and never showed up again. Didn't hear from them for days.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then all of a sudden they were back, and they were already paid. They're half down or whatever.
You hear those stories far too often, and that's just something that shouldn't happen.
Right.
At the end of the day, communication is key. And if you go check us out on Facebook, check us out on Google, one of the biggest things that you will see within our reviews is the communication, the professionalism. There's a lot of different contractors out there, a lot of great ones, and we respect that. And I think that every contractor can learn from something that, at the end of the day, it does not take much effort to communicate with somebody, right?
Yeah, quality of work and your communication is key for sure. You just gotta be personable and connect with your customers.
Yeah, it's not rocket science. Some people, this industry has gotten to the point where that person, the kind of bringing that family mentality into it, that, you're blessing us, we want to be able to bless you, and we want everybody to always win with a great project, with something that they can show off around the holidays, things like that. And, so we try to not make it really complicated, that you talk to people, you respond to people, whether it's good or bad, you always keep them informed on everything that's going on, answer their questions in a timely manner. And at the end of the day, if you believe in your quality, I think everything else follows suit with that, and it'll always take care of itself. So, yeah, we have we're doing a project right now in Kokomo.
Historic district.
Mm-hmm. Historic district, and
2,200 square feet.
Mm-hmm. Inside and out, windows,
18 doors, windows,
flooring, painting. I'll let you talk about the interior. It exhausts me just thinking about it.
They had 2 bathrooms, we took out a shower, and we put a new tub in, had to replumb everything because it was undersized, like most older homes are. Mm-hmm. So redid all that, and that was just something we threw in on that one because it wasn't really technically talked about or bid on, but it was necessary, and it wasn't. We already had the floor up, so it was something that we just felt that we should do.
Yeah,
it wasn't that big of a cost difference.
No,
and saves lots of time and money down the road because of our 10-year guarantee. We want to, make sure the things that we do last.
Yeah, that is a huge thing. A lot of the companies, they will offer the standard 5-year workmanship warranty, I believe, is kind of like what that kind of ground level is. And as me and Coy, talked more and more and more about things, us believing in our quality so much was, we're going to take it to a 10-year. So for the next 10 years, anything happens, anything fails, any issues that come up.
Unless it's manufacturer problem.
Unless it's manufacturer, which we have, we provide the manufacturer warranties to the customers at the end of every job as well, too. So that way they have that information. But at the end of the day, we'll come back, check everything out, determine,
any issues, just give us a call. We can figure it out from there.
Yeah. So I think to have that peace of mind for the next 10 years is, to me, it would be a big deal to me. But at the end of the day, we make such that impact with customers that they wouldn't have a problem calling us just to talk in general,
right?
So let alone if they need anything or they got any questions. And, that's one thing that we wanted to make sure it's always, and it always should be about, taking care of the customer, making them feel comfortable, making them feel confident that they're investing the money that they work so hard for. Even if they're doing a loan, I mean, those loans can stretch out for, I think, like 10 plus years sometimes?
7 of them, I think most.
So it's like, imagine making a payment for that long and
what you paying for isn't
exactly
quality.
Exactly. Yeah. So, that's I would say one of the biggest things about us is, being able to do that 10-year. But back to the Kokomo job. So the Kokomo job, we actually got, our lead came from the investor's mother. She had recently lost her husband to cancer a couple months prior to, and being off on her own and everything like that, she had to handle everything. And we came in, and she wanted to get an estimate for the siding. The siding was like 20, 25 years old, faded, cracked, everything like that. And the process, we just stuck to the process of, treating them like the human that they are, listening to them, hearing their budget, and doing everything in our power to stay within that budget. And the kicker was, one of the reasons why we won the job was because the other contractor said that he would get back with her, and he didn't. It's just crazy that it can be that simple sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know, I don't understand, how we live in a world where you just can't get back to somebody.
Yeah, if you're working that much and you can't make a phone call or send a message or an email, then you probably don't have time to do their job anyways.
For sure. I mean, there's a thing where you can just be honest with people and say, look, we're really backed up right now. This isn't something that we feel that we can take on in a timely manner. And you'd be surprised that you might get a phone call, 3-6 months later when they need something else done. Mm-hmm. Checking in, see if you got any availability now, just because you were honest right out the gate. You know what I mean? I think those things matter, so we did her siding, communicated everything. We told her, material would come in 2 to 3 weeks. It did. When we gave her the estimated delivery date and install date, obviously everything's always depending on weather, of course, especially on the exterior side. We love Indiana weather. It's great. Mm-hmm. It's fantastic. Like the 2 inches of snow that we got today.
Don't even know that was coming, but hey.
Yeah, that was great. So
we'll get through it.
It's just really simple. Do what you say. Do as you say you're going to do. Listen to your customer. And based off of that, we landed our biggest job year to date now, all because we simply just stuck to doing what we said we were going to do, and everything worked out.
Satisfied the customer.
So her son is an investor in Kokomo, and she told him, about the process of what she went through with us, and he called directly us, didn't get other quotes, estimates, went through everything, met him at the house, I think, 2 different times?
Yeah, twice. We
kind of go over everything, and
it's a lot of house.
Yeah, a lot of house. And he, it was a very simple process. Met a couple times, and, he blessed us with the opportunity to transform a home that needs a lot of love, but will definitely be a beautiful home.
Oh, it's going to be.
When he puts it up for sale, I think in April, I think is what he said. Yeah. So to be able to put our name on that and to know that we'll have history to that house for forever, as long as we're alive, that's a big deal to us, and those things truly matter. So that's pretty much the story of Homegrown, I would say. Coy, you got anything else you'd like to add? Anything that you can think of?
Not really, no.
I like to talk a lot, so I'm sure I've probably covered a lot of stuff. But yeah, so again, we're based out of Grant County. Both of us have lived here in Grant County for quite some time. I don't like talking about how long.
Yeah, just a few years. I was born here.
Yeah, you were born here. I was born in Wabash. And yeah, so we are here in Grant County, but like I said, we serve northern Indiana and central Indiana. At the end of the day, it's just about making sure that we take care of people. So it doesn't matter where you live to us. If you give us the opportunity to meet you and go over your wants and needs,
everything looks good for everybody, then
yep,
it'll always works.
Yep. We take that very seriously, and So yeah, again, you can find us on Facebook. We are 100% recommended.
Homegrownconstructionco.com.
Find us on our website. That, my opinion, I love our website. I think it's amazing. You can go onto our website.
It's also came a long way.
It's came a very long way. Yeah, from GoDaddy.com and all that stuff. But
You got to start somewhere.
you got to start somewhere. But so through our website, you can go through getting financed right then and there. It's like a 5-minute process.
And set up schedule an appointment on there.
The cool thing that I like that we've been doing is you can actually go on there and schedule by the trade that you want. So if they want a bathroom remodel, they click on that bathroom remodel. They don't have to talk to anybody. They don't
Separately categorized.
And Coy gets the email directly, gets all your information, calls you usually that day or the next day. And then we just kind of go from there. So, yeah, check us out at homegrownconstructionco.com. Again, check us out on Facebook, 100% recommended. Check out our Google 5-star reviews. And if you're looking for anything, we do roofing, siding, gutters, windows, doors. On the interior, Coy, tell them what we do on the interior real quick.
Anything you could possibly want.
Yeah, Coy's a master plumber and a master electrician, I would say. Just my personal opinion.
Master of none.
Yeah, but flooring, room additions.
Take out walls, add walls. Took out a wall at Kokomo, open up the stairway.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Oh, yeah.
If we can't do it, we'll let you know.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's one
point you in the right direction.
That's one of the biggest differences about us. Coy has been phenomenal with telling customers, hey, we can do this versus, hey, we can do this, and then we get to the job and we really can't do this.
Right.
So
we try to cover all of our angles before we say we can do something.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You always run into problems somewhere that
honesty
you didn't
is everything.
see.
Honesty is everything. So, we'll be here on, I think, maybe once a month. We can start talking about some more things. We'll go in a little bit more detail.
Maybe we'll add something on the website for comments and ideas for the podcast.
You always hear we are open to feedback, no matter what. We take constructive criticism pretty well.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not afraid to hear the public, listen to the public, as that's what we say. We listen to our customers, hear our customers. So
grow together.
Grow together, and we have a lot more in store for you guys. Maybe on the next podcast we'll talk about like ice damming. We are here in February, and as we start to get a little bit other warmer temps, it's still freezing at night, and that can cause a lot of damage. So Coy can go over more on what to look for on your interior remodels as well. Maybe to get you guys prepped for when you reach out to us for your next project. So
a lot of windows are coming up on 30, 40 years old around this area.
Yeah, window drafts. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
So, yeah, but we would love to be able to share our knowledge to the public, to potential customers. At the end of the day, again, it's about making sure that everybody feels confident, gets to know us a little bit better, and by the time you see us and see this, when you call for your estimate, you'll already have a good idea of who we are and what we're about. So, love to share the knowledge with the public. It's very important to us to be able to do those things. We're not, a closed book or anything. Obviously, contractors, everybody will tell you there's a million ways to skin a cat. So
not everybody looks the same way. That's for sure.
Nope, they don't. But I think at the end of the day, a lot of people do great work out there. Not gonna say different on that. So again, thank you guys for your time. We appreciate you, and check us out on our next podcast. And you can call or text us as well if you'd like at 765-201-0859. Be more than happy to help you out with anything you got. So,
or my number is 765-667-1162.
Yeah. Well,
interior.
I mean, if you like my voice, call me. If you like his voice, you can call him. I think I have a better voice, but we'll let the public, put that up.
You win. Your voice is better. I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
You could just get to talk more. It's fine.
I know. You just you love hearing me talk. It's something you look forward to every day. Real quick, I am with this dude literally 24/7. I think I've been with you every day for the past 3 weeks.
Surprised your wife isn't jealous.
Yeah. She questions the brotherhood, but I mean, it's a bond, right? It's a bond. So, we're here trying to build something great for people, great for our families, and just leave a mark here in the beautiful Grant County and be able to give back to all the communities out there. A lot of communities have different background stories. Tipton, a lot of my family came from there, so every community means something to us because we are all together here in the state of Indiana. So I will leave it off with that. But again, thank you guys for your time, and we hope to hear from you soon, and we'll check you out on the next podcast.